going to be PXG taking this first
Rinascita
set.
is your second team to qualify.
Secure their spot in the
Looking like
qualifying.
it's the
He'll be
qualification,
taking on the
just
Splat
like
World
that.
Series again.
Cricket is looking at qualification.
Hello and welcome to Global Gauntlet Rewound, where we take a look at matches from Global Gauntlet number 2 that weren't featured on stream. I'm Dreamer, joined here by Neptune, and looking at our first team of the set, we have Rinascita.
Yeah, for sure. Rinascita has quite a number of strong players. Obviously, every player who was qualified and invited out to this Global Gauntlet event here have qualified and worked really hard here. Names that are going to be standing out here, Volti definitely being that Carbon 1 trick as well. Yeti being a very strong shooter player, Yoshell being the backline, and Phoenix being the flex to end all flexes. This is an insane roster and lineup at the end of the day here, Drumar.
Yeah, definitely. And looking at those X powers, all of them ranging roughly between 3100 to 3400, so very high X powers from this team, and a lot of flexibility with some of these weapons. I see Yoshell able to go with either pencil or leader depending on the situation, and a lot of other flexible AoE weapons or shooters as well.
Yeah, for sure. And on the other side, we have Always here. And some of these names are going to be pretty difficult here, but Goyame, Sena Isararuku, and Suimaru is, I believe, how you say those here. I might have butchered one or two of those here, but generally speaking, already really high X powers as well. It's a leader roller comp, so there's going to be a lot of blink and you miss it moments here, where you're just going to be suddenly on the screen and then suddenly splatted and back in spawn, Drumar.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at like a during headlights, seeing Sue Maru's 4,000 X power, definitely something to take a note of. Not seeing a lot of 4,000s very rarely, so seeing one of those is really interesting. We're gonna be looking into our stage selection here, so each team is going to be banning 2 stages, and we will see which one decides to randomly be picked for our first match.
Yeah, for sure. This is always such an interesting process here because, generally speaking, you want to strike the stages in which your weapon is weak on as well. So if you're looking at Always here, I'm thinking of just you want to get rid of the stages that are favorable for, how do I say it? Non-charger maps. Like I'm thinking of Urchin, but hey, instead we're getting rid of Lemuria and Inkblot, interestingly enough here.
Yeah, and seeing Rinascita also banned Scorched Gorge and Manta Maria, so 21 stages remain, and we are going to be going to Wahoo World zones for Game 1. All of these matches will be in zones.
Yeah, definitely. And it's pretty interesting to have, how do I say, 2 roller players kind of like going head to head here. We have Volti definitely going to be a problem player, going to be matched up against Senna as well. So this is going to be quite a matchup here, especially on Wahoo, where I feel like you have to watch the side, you have to be careful what's going through mid, and we're locking in here, and already these comps are ready and raring to fight here, Jamar.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing right off the rip is Phoenix running opening gambit on that, I believe the 52 gal. So really interested to see if they're able to hold that out. Immediately seeing Phoenix try to go for a pick on the Senna, able to get that, extending that opening gambit a bit longer.
Yeah, for sure. That Gambit is active and is pretty strong, especially when 52 starts to get going here. But hey, you can already kind of see how Always here is in control of the zone already. We have the Tri-Slosher going for an immediate fight right there, and you can definitely see how we're just kind of playing more for the space than playing more for the picks here. Volti looking to shark it out, but immediately gets called out by the 96. Suimaru going absolutely insane and showing the power of that shooter, especially 96, being able to just quickly 2-tap. And then we have Seta on the flank already. This is devastating, Drumar.
Yeah, and that is a wipeout in favor of Always here. All the members pushing up a bit further out of that plat. A lot of them taking that main plat of Rinascita, backing up a little bit. You see Yoshell get a very nice pick there. Very good double as well. Nicely done there. Basena sharking in that corner a bit, able to maybe get a pick, able to get Volty there, and able to get assist with the wave breaker as well. So that is 2 down for Rinascita.
Yeah, 2 down here. You're going to be able to get a chance to be able to hopefully paint the zone. It's somehow still not capped. There we go. Phoenix being able to secure it out there beautifully. But now we're kind of going to be in a bit of a scramble situation to ask, where's this roller? Where's this Tri-Slosher? And immediately they're getting value from just not being known where they are. Yoshell looking for that quick snipe right there, but not going to be able to get it. And now we're back to square one here with Always Here in the advantage state.
Yeah, we saw Hisa Sudoku trying to go for some picks there. Not able to get anything yet, but they do have that cooler ready. Able to get a pick on Phoenix right there, but they're going to go down. But they did have cooler, so they will be back pretty quickly. So we do see the members of Rinascita going to neutralize that zone and able to flip it for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. And now this is the tricky part here. You manage to be able to win these fights here, and this is what you need right here if you are Rinascita as well. You need those picks, you need that space, and you need to be able to push up here and set up your Carbon and E-Leader accordingly, because you want a crucial walkout here. We see the Trizuka come out here, not able to find one quite yet here, but definitely speaking, we do have a bit of time here before any entry comes out here from all these here.
Yeah, definitely. And the wave breaker coming from the around the side from Phoenix. Suin and Manu pushing in with that Inkling and a big bubbler combo. And we have Hisa Sudoku flanking, able to get a nice pick on Phoenix as well right there.
Yeah, for sure. This Tri-Slosher is going crazy, and we're going trade for trade here. And that's not something you want to see here if you're Rinascita here, because generally trades favor the team that already have the advantage or the space here. And now you have Gayame looking for a pick really quickly, as well as checking these sides right now. You did manage to snipe out the 96 here, but the Carbon's right in front of your face, which is not where you want to be if you're the E-Leader. And that wipeout is going to be absolutely critical here and give Rinascita back into the game.
Yeah, very nice wipeout from them. 2 specials charged for Rinascita. We have a Zuka and a Wavebreaker. Volty gonna pop that Zuka, not able to get anything from the first shot or the second. Maybe get something from the third, not gonna be able to, as Suin Maru puts it up with that ink back once again.
Inkvac doing in work here, not only letting their teammates be able to enter, but being able to cap that zone, still buying a little bit of time here. Now, this is going to be quite a bit of a scary state right here, because now you're going to have specials online, the leaders are going to have to duel it out, and that's going to be the main entry to come out here. We have Cooler coming out here, so if you do get splatted, you'll be back fast, but you're going to have to watch out for how these weapons enter. We see a Roller come in, get a crucial pick right there, and Yoshell is forced to back up because of that.
Yeah, and Suin Maru pushing up with that ink back for a third time, getting Hisa Sudoku into the enemy plant, able to get 2 very nicely down, seeing they can maybe get a third on Phoenix, but no, they're gonna get picked.
Yeah, for sure. Sada out here trying to get that pick, but Maru manages to finish off what was started here as well. And now we're kind of in a bit of a scramble situation where you don't know exactly where the one-shot weapons. Snuffing out that Carbon's absolutely huge, so now it's just the E-Leader remaining in his plain sight here. Sada going to be able to get that one here. Looking for another one really quickly. He does manage to get a second here. This is why the roller is so deadly here, Drumar. If you don't know where it is, it can swing once, it can swing twice, and you are instantly, how do I say it, 2 members down, and it's going to be a lockout here with 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, we noticed Volty trying to go for a flank right there, able to get picked off. Suin Maru just protecting their teammates as they push up a bit further, getting a pick on Phoenix right there, and Volty, and as a wipeout finishes the game in favor of Always Here.
Always Here, definitely he's showing up strong here in game 1. They're trying to close it out really quickly at the start right there, but we did have Rinascita being able to come back and quickly be able to establish some mid-control. There were several times where I feel like the lockout was there. We had good situations where we had specials and interactions between the players that favored Rinascita. It's just, generally speaking, that lockout can only be so strong when you lose track of that roller there, Drumar.
Yeah, definitely. And in that match, we had Hisa Sudoku going 24-10 with 5 coolers. Very nicely done from then. And going into our second match, I believe Always Here is going to be able to, yes, ban 2 more stages, and it will be Rinascita's pick.
Yeah, definitely. We get 2 more stages. Urchin and Humpback is out of the question right here, which makes sense, you know? I feel like even though you have a roller right there, you don't really want to hinder your leader setup right there. And something I want to quickly talk about with both these comps right here, there isn't really too much fighting, quote unquote. The most a fight will last is just like 2 shots from a Tri-Slosher or a Gal at that point. It's a blink and you miss it moment a lot of the time here. So it's more coming down to positioning and awareness between these 2 teams. And that's the crux of the matchup here.
Yeah, definitely. Both of these teams have a lot of very quick kill time weapons. As Rinascita is going to be picking Bluefin Depot as their second stage.
Bluefin Depot, interesting, because while I know this favors a lot of chargers and a lot of backline and loaded weapons here as well, I'm not sure if it would favor the more shorter range weapons that are being seen throughout this comp right here as well, because we have stuff like Carbon, we have stuff like 52, we have stuff like Tri-Slosher, and all these weapons, what do they have all together? They have very short range, and this is a lot of flat ground that's going to have a little bit of elevation that you play around with, but that you are just open sight lines and fresh meat for your leader players.
Yeah, taking a look to see if we have any comp changes. It doesn't look like we have anything from Rinascita, and it looks like we're going to be saying the same on both teams. Both teams sticking with what they know here.
Yeah, especially if it worked once, hey, we got to keep up. But if you're so close here for Rinascita, you definitely want to see if you can make it work here as well. This opening with the roller here is definitely looking to get something big, but that jump out is beautiful here. Goyame looking for one quick snipe, but not quite able to find what they need here. And now we're kind of in a situation where we're scrambling for that cooler, and now Volti is going to be looking to establish a right side control. The leader shot misses, but no, not the roller swing.
Yeah, absolutely. Volti gets spotted and gets taken out there. The roller, I believe from Senna, going around potentially, but is going to get picked up as well. Rinascita able to hold on to zone very nicely, and they're going to lose it for now, but let's see if they're able to take it back later.
Yeah, they do manage to be able to get these picks right here. We have Volti grabbing a lot of attention right now. It is a duel of the rollers, and the V-roller is going to come out on top. Senna asserting the dominance here, keeping the zone held properly as well. And now you guys see we have a bit of a pinch kind of going on from both sides here on the top right as well as mid. Suimaru looking for get pressure here to allow Senna to walk in and get another crucial trade. We have even though this is a bit of a numbers situation here, we do have a lot of control and a lot of points on the board if you are always here.
Yeah, we did see the Inkback come out as a Suimaru. Good pick by Yosho and that leader. Very great pick there. As Yeti is able to get a pick on Goyame as well. 3 down on Always Here. As Rinascita is able to take control of the zones for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. Now you have the soda right here, and now that your whole situation right now is to just prevent any entry in. You do not want that roller in, you do not want the 96, you do not want the Tri-Slosher, and you just have to be wary of the leader sight lines. The problem is there's not a lot of room to hide here, and that's your entry once you manage to get a pick here. Cooler is out, we click the bubble here, we're quickly running around looking for something, hopefully not quite here, Jermar.
Yeah, we do see Senna with that big bubbler just taking some space as much as they can just to keep the zone, as a nice double from them is able to flip the state of this match in their favor. 3 went down for the members of Rinascita. Senna very slowly sharks up, see if they can get a pick, is able to get a trade with Yeti.
Wow. Wow. Just this back is putting in numbers here, and we got an aura glowing out here from the Tri-Slosh, and we're close to cooler as well. This is a devastating blow here if you're Rinascita as well. You do not want to be going down in these situations. Senna is going to be able to continuously live, be able to go back for this cooler here, and they're just playing trade for trades. And as long as they keep trading, they will still keep that zone and still manage to hold it as the clock clicks down here.
Yeah, very nicely done from the roller just to hold out and get 2 down to the members of Rinascita, allowing Always Here to take the second match.
Yeah, for sure. This is, wow. I always knew Always Here was very confident in going for plays that I that normally seem unconventional to a lot of Western Splatoon players. But generally speaking, I see the vision right now. Go for something. If it doesn't work, hey, we can just jump out again and try again, or we can hold this attention here. And that's kind of the very important part here. If the leader's looking at the other side of the map, they're not looking at what's in front of them as well. And the leader only has a limited view at the camera as well. So what you have to do is take advantage of the fact that you are taking angles and just play the Splatoon that is right in front of you. That is the only way out on that map, and that is kind of how Always Here executed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nicely done by them. Going up 2-0 in the set so far, they're going to be able to ban 2 more stages. And let's see, they are going to be banning Kravla Capital and Shift Shake Carbo Co. no longer in question, as Rinascita takes their counter pick to Flounder Heights.
Flounder Heights is quite the interesting stage here, because I feel like I talk to a lot of roller players, and they always feel very 50-50 on it, right? You either love it or you hate it a lot of the time. It's one of the most polarizing stages in this game right here. And I feel like with Leader, it's a little bit of an awkward situation where you're just going to be trying to perch up and hopefully never, ever get moved out of there here. And we're already getting into it here. Let's see these weapons here. I don't think much has changed, but hey, what you know is what you know, and what you know is that's your best here, Drumar.
Yeah, I am noticing, however, from Always Here, Sue and Maru decided to go with a 52 gal instead of the 96. So they're going to have an opening gambit wall whale instead of that ink back. So seeing them take a very aggressive approach and able to get a pick on Phoenix, both opening gambit members trade for themselves just to keep the opening gambit going longer. And Yoshel is able to get a pick while also getting picked on themselves. Whole bunch of trades going out in these first 30 seconds.
Trade for trade, pick for pick. We see like the mirrors essentially on both teams looking to get that through, but looks like it's going to be Rinascita winning the war over here as well, getting control of that zone. But never mind, Always Here manages to change the numbers around here, and we're already having so much offense here. Volty classically on the Flounder walls here, getting a beautiful double, leading their team here, giving them control of the top mid.
Yeah, absolutely nicely done by them, but they're going to get picked off down in that bunker as a trade goes down below as well. Rinascita does have the lead so far. They do have both zones in their control, ticking down that timer as much as they can into the 60s, see if they can maybe get to the 50s, as we do see Itsusuruko going for a flank, able to pick off Yoshel as well, and the rest of the members are able to join in as they get the wipeout as well to get control of the zone.
Definitely. You have to appreciate the patience there on the Tri-Slosher. They immediately panned the wall, waited for a couple of seconds. Once the carbon went forward there, flanked the leader and is able to entirely flip the map in the favor of Always Here. And now you have a situation where now you're hoping your leader is able to get a pick to be able to get hack it up. But look at this, both leaders are staring at each other. And this is a situation where, do you want to peek it? Who wants to take the first risk? Yeah.
It's like, do you peek it? Do I peek it? Do they peek it? We don't know yet. But seeing so many picks going off, Sudem already getting a nice pick on Phoenix right there. Seeing this, if they can get a pick on Volty as they are able to jump out. Always Here still does have control of the zone. They do have a pretty outstanding lead. Hitsusuruko getting another pick on Volty as well. Seeing they get on Phoenix, but no, they're going to go down, as the members of Rinascita is trying to get a push of their own in these last few seconds.
Yeah, for sure. There's only 5 seconds left on the clock, but you just need one zone to be able to prevent it here, and that's what you need right there. A beautiful wipeout. Not being able to hold exactly for those 5 ticks left remaining there as well. But hey, we do see how quickly the members of Rinascita is able to move up here, and now this is anyone's domain with the weapons on the side of both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are seeming like they're getting a bit staggered here. 2 down on the members of Always Here. They do have the big bubbler ready as it's going to get popped, but Senna is going to go down anyways. Very nice job by Phoenix. And with that cooler, as Volty is going to have to jump out, get into a little bit of a better position. Very good jump out there.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing jump out as well. And now we have the duel of leaders again, but the script is flipped here as well. Goyame needs the one that's pressured to hit a shot to be able to get something happening here. But now Yoshel's attention has to turn towards the zone here really quickly. But Goyame gets unbelievably sniped by Yoshel, getting a 3-for-1 pick. Yoshel being the MVP at the end of this game here, absolutely clutching it out here. That was insane, for a lack of a better word.
Ooh. Yosho, like solo saving the push. You might see some 2-for-1s. How often do you honestly see a 3-for-1 leader pick?
This might be a clothing store or something out here, but Yoshell, wow. Absolute sale out here. Bargain bin deals. Just Yoshell getting a 3-for-1, and that's a rare sight to see. You typically don't see players clump up like that until it's time to go. And Yoshell recognized that situation, holding the leader shot, realizing, hey, they need to go now, otherwise they lose the game. It was basically a catch-20 situation right there that led to that amazing triple, and that just had the seal on the envelope right there. You go to the next game, can't really look back at that one if you're always here.
That was such a way to keep Rinascita alive in the set, and they're going to be banning 2 maps, going with Hagglefish and Robot Ramen. So it's always here's time to pick. Rinascita holding on, barely keeping the set to a 2-1. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going. As always, here decides to pick Barnacle and Dime.
Yeah, for sure. This is always Here's counter pick before, as good contrast to Rinascita's counter pick last time. I think Flounder was such a genius idea given how they wanted to set each other up as well, but I think Barnacle is going to be a bigger struggle here as well. There's a lot of flat ground for both the roller as well as the leader to be able to take advantage of, and now we're going to be rocking it out. The 96 is going to return once again, and we'll see how this dynamic is going to play out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We go from one of those vertical stages in this game to a map with not a lot of verticality, as Rinascita able to take the zone first. 1 down on the members of Always Here. We do see Rinascita going for a pretty aggressive playstyle here, but they're able to push the members of Always Here back a little bit. Sudemari decided to push up with that ink back, putting in the work. Gonna get picked off and not able to get anything with it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely speaking here. But we're going to have some roller trades that are going to be netting in favor in Always Here as well. Surimaru is going to be moving up here, trying to pick up Yoshell, not quite being able to do it. A little bit of funky RNG on the gals. That's what you trade off here as well. As amazing as these players are, they are at the ambit of RNG. But at the end of the day, Always Here is going to come out on top here and try and see if they can close it out with this lockout.
Yeah, we do see Volti with that Trizuka able to get a pick on Hisasuruko. Very nicely done, as Rinascita is trying to get a push of their own into the zone. Volti, we do see a whale being popped, but the Inkback is playing a defensive position, trying to hold the zone for the zone. But Volti going around, seeing him get a pick on Hisasuruko. Trying to get it up, gets the pick on Senna as well. Very nicely done, putting 2 down for Always Here.
Yeah, you got 2 down, and you also picked off that gal, which leaves a lot of not strong weapons at the front. You're just kind of having a Tri-Slosher exposed as well. You're just trying to get a lot of attention here so your roller can get through here. Seda has the aura going on as well, so they're moving around really, really fast despite all the QR they've been equipping as well. And you can see how they're quickly trying to just play the sides of the map instead of playing the front. Because if you play the front, the leader's going to be able to get you. But if you play the sides, you're going to be able to play around these weapons and be able to find opportunities like this. The Tri-Slosher is going insane, dunking on 1, dunking on 2, looking for a 3rd. Not quite going to be able to get it here. What? Wait. Oh!
And we get the assist from behind to pop the aura, but they are going to go down. As Senna tries to get a pick on Yoshell, pops the bubble to stay alive for a bit. Gonna have to back up a bit as Volti gives them some competition. As gets the trade there. 2 down on the members of Always Here, but they still do have a pretty sizable lead here.
A sizable lead indeed here. You're trying to slowly walk your way towards the zone. Zuka is going to be trying to use as his entry here. You don't have your leader set up as well, so you're kind of looking for a way to just quickly cap this zone. You do manage to get it here by having the Gal as well as the first bomb combined here as well. And now Volti is kind of in a situation where they're looking for a shark. You need to find a way forward. Cooler is out, and you have to go, oh, this is your moment here.
Yeah, absolutely. Rinascita able to take the zone for themselves. A wave breaker popped, but the leader, as Sudemari, is trying to push in with Hisasuruku, able to pick off 1, trying to see if they can find a second. They can't really find them, as they're just going to have to reset, but they do take the zone for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. Getting control of that zone is going to be absolutely crucial as you take down more time and put a lot more pressure. But two going down at the same time is not necessarily how you want to play a trade comp. You want to usually try and stagger the trades out while you have that advantage so they don't have any chance of going forward here. And now we're kind of repeating the situation from last time where we have those picks and we have the Gauntlet in mid. Now the Gauntlet, instead of pinning zone, is going to be looking for a pick, and that's not going to go out in the favor when the vacuum comes out and the roller is hunting you down.
Yeah, absolutely. Having to go all the way to that corner, the Hidden Circle gets a trade instead of able to pick off Phoenix. Goyama is just taking as much pressure as they can as the only one alive on Always Here. Just a leader v leader draw, but it's not going to be enough as Always Here takes this match and this set 3-1.
Yeah, for sure. A 3-1 here. And what is it? This is called Global Gauntlet Rewind, right, at the end of the day. So, or sorry, Rewound. Okay, I am a terrible commentator here, not even knowing what I'm casting here. But we knew the result at the end of the day. Like, we saw it on Sendo. We saw how the matches were, but we didn't know how he turned out. I didn't know Yoshio was going to hit that triple. I didn't know the roller was going to go insane right there. But at the end of the day, this is a very scrappy set between these two teams right here. And it's a lot of blink and you miss it moments that you can appreciate from both sides as well. Playing the sides of each map accordingly, looking at the flanks, trying to distract leader, as well as find a way forward with either the vacuum from the 96 or the wall and whale from the 52 is there. So you had a dynamic there that was, in theory, not in anyone's favor, but Always Here was always around.
Yeah, absolutely. Such an amazing tempo for these teams. Always Here taking this set 3-1. Very nice job by them in the set. Stick around, we're gonna have a lot more Global Gauntlet Rewound eventually, so stay tuned for more of that.